Oh, you think you know football, but what if the game you've been watching is already changing without you even realizing it? No big announcement. No dramatic reveal. Just quiet decisions, made behind closed doors by FIFA, decisions that could completely reshape the World Cup and how matches are won or lost. Imagine this, a crucial moment in a knockout game. The clock behaves differently, referees react differently, and suddenly the same tactics teams have used for decades stop working. Not because players changed, but because the rules did. And here's the real question: are these changes about making football better, or about controlling it more than ever before? In today's video, we're breaking down the hidden FIFA rule changes that most fans have missed and why they could have a bigger impact than any transfer, any manager, or any superstar on the pitch. This is not just about rules, this is about the future of football itself. Welcome to Sportx Radar, where we go beyond the game and uncover what others don't even notice.
Hey, welcome back. So, I want you to think about football, the game you know and love, as a piece of software. Got it? Okay, because starting with the 2026 World Cup, that software is getting a massive update. FIFA is rolling out a whole new set of rules that are designed to completely change the flow and, the very feel of the game. So let's dive into what's in this new version. But before we get to the fixes, we got to talk about the problems, right? What are the things that make you just scream at your TV? The parts of the game that just feel, well, broken. Seriously, think about them, because FIFA is basically claiming that this new update is the patch we've all been waiting for.
So, if you were thinking about things like players taking an absolute eternity to make a substitution, or the ref getting swarmed by half the team after every single whistle, or just how the game grinds to a halt for what feels like forever, yep, you're not alone. These are the exact bugs this update is supposed to fix. The whole idea is more action and way less frustration. That's the goal anyway.
Okay, first up, we've got the biggest set of changes, and they're all focused on one thing: speed. This is all about clawing back the time we lose to all those delays and making the game faster and more fluid than it's ever been. And here is the first really big one. The days of a player slowly strolling off the pitch in the 92nd minute just to kill the clock, they're over. Gone. From now on, when your number goes up on that board, you have exactly 10 seconds to get off the field. But what happens if you don't? Well, the consequence is no slap on the wrist, that's for sure. If a player takes even a fraction over 10 seconds, their team gets punished. They have to play with only 10 players for a full minute after the new player comes on. That is a massive tactical disadvantage. I mean, just imagine the nightmare. It's the 89th minute, you're defending a corner, and you're a man down, all because your striker took 11 seconds to walk off. This rule completely changes how managers have to think about late-game situations. And that pressure doesn't let up. The clock is now ticking on pretty much every restart. You've got 5 seconds for a throw-in, 5 seconds for a goal kick. If you don't, guess what? The ball goes to the other team. There's just no more time to casually set up or get your breath back. The game has to keep moving. The key here is that any hesitation now directly costs you the ball. Now this one is aimed squarely at let's call it the tactical injury. If a player goes down from a foul that doesn't get a yellow or red card and they need treatment on the field, they now have to spend a full minute on the sideline before they can come back on. So this forces players to make a quick decision. Is this injury really serious enough to leave my team a man down? All right, let's move on to the next major patch in this update. This isn't just about speed, it's also a huge overhaul for discipline. FIFA is basically redesigning how players are allowed to talk to the referees. The new rule is simple, and it's absolute. From now on, the only person on the field who can go talk to the ref about a call is the team captain. That's it. That familiar scene of a referee getting mobbed and screamed at by 5 or 6 players, well, it's officially being written out of the game.
And let's be clear, this isn't a suggestion, it's a mandate. Any player who isn't the captain and decides to approach the referee to argue is going to face a much, much higher chance of getting a yellow card. This puts a tremendous amount of responsibility on the captain to be the one calm voice for the entire team. Honestly, it could even change the type of player who gets the armband.
All right, let's talk tech, because the Video Assistant Referee, VAR, is also getting its own major software upgrade. It's being given way more power and influence over the match than it's ever had before. This table shows the two massive changes. First, VAR can now call for a review on a second yellow card offense. I mean, think about how many times a player has gotten away with a clear second yellow that would have completely changed the game. Now, VAR can buzz the ref and say, hey, you might want to look at that again. And second, and this one is huge, VAR can now correct a wrongly awarded corner kick. No more goals coming from corners that should have been goal kicks in the first place.
So, with all these new patches installed, what does the new version of the game actually look like on the field? Who really benefits from this Football V2.0, and how do the strategies have to adapt?
From a coach's perspective, the tactical drawing board just got a major refresh. The game is about to get a whole lot more intense. With almost no downtime and that constant pressure from quick restarts, raw stamina becomes absolutely critical. Teams built around a high press, relentless energy, and quick counters are probably going to thrive. You just can't hide a tired player anymore. So deep squads filled with players who are both incredibly athletic and disciplined, they're the new gold standard.
Now for the players, this is a massive mental adjustment. They literally have to develop a new internal clock that controls everything they do. 5 seconds for a throw-in, 10 to get off the field. It's all about retraining years and years of muscle memory and instinct. One moment of frustration, a single second of delay, it's not just bad sportsmanship anymore. Now it's a direct tactical penalty that could actually lose your team the game.
And for us, the fans, well, this is all designed to give us what we really want: more football. The goal is to swap out all that time spent on arguments, slow walks off the pitch, and questionable injuries with actual, continuous, exciting play. In theory, this should mean more action and less of the nonsense drama we all hate to see.
So let's just do a quick recap of the patch notes for Football V2.0. The tempo is getting cranked up with strict time limits. Discipline is being enforced with the captain-only rule. The technology is getting smarter with expanded VAR powers. And fair play is being encouraged by making players think twice about going down too easily. It really is a top-to-bottom overhaul.
So there you have it. The game is about to get faster, stricter, and more technologically advanced. These changes really do promise to fix some of football's most frustrating bugs. But will it actually create a better game? Or will it remove some of that human drama that, let's be honest, also makes the sport so compelling? The real test is going to come at the 2026 World Cup. Which leaves us with the final question: is this the upgrade you've been waiting for?